Well, it didn't take long for you to get that first win under your belt, the very first matchup. And talk about your thoughts after the first weekend of play.
Well, after weekend one, I'm pretty happy with how things went. I went up there, we really weren't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure how we were going to perform, being so young and so new, and I knew there was going to be a lot of nervous energy, going on within the team, and there was, and that was very evident in our first set of our first match against Fairbanks. It was rough that first set, but they calmed down. I called all my timeouts on the side switch. We just got ourselves got our composure, and we got it together, and we started playing much better and much more like we were used to seeing them play in the gym and practice. But overall, after the weekend, I'm pleased, like I said, and I'm pleased but not satisfied. And we're going to keep working, like Caitlin just mentioned. We're going to keep working really hard, and we want to continue to improve and get better every day.
And how important is it that that everybody's on the same page, knowing that hey, we did get some wins, off to a good start, but we just got to keep on working.
Yeah, that was the message at the end of the tournament. We were in the locker room talking, and they were fired up, they were pumped up. Greg and the coaching staff was very happy to leave there with 2 wins. But then the final message was, we're not satisfied. We've got to get better. We want to get better, and we have to get better. So, and they were just all in agreement. The whole team was fired up to hear that, And so I'm ready to get it back in the gym today. We got 2 days of practice before we head down south this weekend.
And you do head down to the Bay Area, taking on Academy of Art. Have you had any chance to see any video, or just what they're all about?
That's what I'm going to do when I leave here. I'm going to go while there's some video I can check out of Academy of Art, but I know that they've grown. They've gotten a lot better. I don't know when their program first was established how strong they were, but I know in the last couple of years that they've been a real legitimate team. And we are not going to overlook anybody in this tournament. We're going to be prepared to take one match at a time. But yeah, we're going to go in there and we're going to give it everything we've got, just like we did last weekend. But I think we might find ourselves a little bit more highly tested than we were this past weekend. Fresno was obviously a very good team. And I thought Colorado Christian was also a very good team. But I think we're going to be seeing some, second week, everyone's going to be a little bit better and a little bit, both teams, Academy of Art, I know, did well last weekend. Got to the finals against San Francisco State in the tournament they were at, and so yeah, we're going to be tested this weekend once again.
So yeah, you have this. Is this, you guys have this tournament and then you start conference? I think
we start conference. Yep, this is our last weekend before conference, and then we get going with Cal State LA and Dominguez.
So how important are these matches coming up before you get into that grueling conference schedule?
Well, every match is very important in my opinion, but this weekend is very important. And more than anything, it has to do with like she was just talking about, just becoming more of a unit. Getting more comfortable with one another, which I think we made a ton of progress this past weekend. This weekend we'll have more players on our roster. We'll be able to travel with more, which will be nice to get them, the girls that weren't able to go to Alaska, to get them involved a little bit more and get them participating in things. But every match, in my opinion, is very important. But we do want to leave this weekend feeling even more confident than we did this past weekend as we head into conference next week.
Kind of what I was asking with the soccer coaches being new, that they getting familiar with their players now, seeing them in game action, and for you, seeing senior athletes, on the court for the first couple of times. Mm-hmm. Are you comfortable with the starting lineups, the people that you have out there?
Yeah. That was one of my questions I had all spring as I was recruiting. Are these players going to be the level that I need them to, that we need to be in this conference? And I do feel that comfort now after this past weekend, and I do like our lineup. And I think we've got some very legitimate athletes on this team. Our outside hitters and Caitlin Dunaway, Simone Hayden, and Ashley Owen were very good this weekend, and they were hard to stop. The defense was keying on them, and they still were having a hard time stopping them, and that made me feel very confident. And as the weekend went on, our middles got more involved. Alex Hasenstaub and Courtney DeBruner became much more involved in our offense. The very last match, they became more of a factor, which was great to see that improvement just over 2 days. And then our libero, Kelsey Renshaw, she stepped up and she got better. And our setter, everyone just progressively over the weekend just got better and better. And I'm excited for this weekend to have a few more players on the roster as well.
Great.